The second episode of Season 6 of Inside Number 9 was titled Simon Says. Following last week's episode that seemed to be centered more around the comedic side of the show, I had a feeling that this week's episode was going to be darker, and I was most definitely right with the tone that I thought the episode would have. With this episode being a contrast in tone, was it any good? Well, let's find out. Before I go ahead, make sure you go over to my Twitter @brainpilot_ and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. So without further ado, I'm Brainpilot and here is a review of Inside Number 9, Simon Says. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers, so watch with caution. This was an episode that I was interested to see when the title and poster were released at the end of the first episode last week. I thought the title Simon Says would be alluding to the fact that there would have been somebody being told to do things that they didn't really want to do, or it would be somebody that had a voice in their head. And I wasn't too far off with the overall concept. The episode followed a writer named Spencer who was an award-winning writer for his show The Ninth Circle, and we pick up from the moment that we were led to believe that he just committed a murder, and a man named Simon who witnessed it and videoed it came to the door to inform him. It was from this point where I feel that we knew the show was going to take an even darker turn. The paleness, lack of emotion, but strong manipulative tone of Simon was apparent from the moment he showed Spencer the video and refused to delete it off the cloud. It was obvious that this was a man that wanted to get what he set out to. Simon revealed himself to be a superfan and brought a piece of fan fiction and an alternatively written final season to Spencer's poorly reviewed final show. As the episode goes on, we gradually see Simon take control over Spencer and the creative direction in which he wants this forced final season to be. Spencer doesn't even want to write this season. He's an egotistical writer that believes no one can come close to writing what he did for the show. At its core, the main message of this episode is about fandoms and the relationship that they have with a TV show. If a show is extremely successful, what is the show to them? And does it take anything away from the creators of the show? Do fans deserve some form of credit for the show's success, as without them, there'd be no success? And I quite like the nod to that specific point, when Simon entered the flat and picked up the National Television Award and referred to it as when we won, because it was voted for by the fans. We see two contrasts in types of fans in this show. We see Simon, an obsessive fan who believes he is entitled to be in control of the show due to knowing so much about it, hosting a podcast and writing alternative episodes to it, right up to the point of manipulating Spencer into being given an audition for a lead role in the season that he's writing. And then we see Gavin, the man who was in on the plan and wasn't actually dead. First revelation in the episode, which did take me by surprise. He was more of a sweet and sincere type of fan that wanted to meet the creator and learn more about the show. The episode itself was about grinding Spencer down into writing a season that wasn't his, which is what we did see, leading all the way up to the climax at the end. We see the revelation that Gavin, the man who Simon had been lying about being dead, was actually alive. This leads us to see Simon kill Gavin in front of Spencer with his National Television Award. This is due to the fact that Spencer tells them all to get out basically. We the viewers are also led to believe that this is real. After one final manipulative monologue from Simon about how he's going to frame Spencer, he walks Spencer into the bedroom, and after attempting to seduce him and laying in bed, Spencer turns around and suffocates him with a pillow due to just wanting to be rid of all of this madness. This was a horrible scene to watch. We saw it in a single shot without cutting, which made the moment feel even longer and more brutal. This is then when the second reveal happens, leading to a double twist, that Gavin wasn't actually killed by Simon, but it was set up and was actually Simon's audition that he wanted for the main role in the show. Being a killer and seducing the main character is what the role entailed, and this exaggerated performance by Simon was to land that key role. That moment hit hard, and it was a moment that I didn't expect. It highlighted the true darkness of Inside Number 9 that we've come to expect and love over the past few years. The episode closes with the success of the fan fiction that Spencer used from Simon, and admits in a subtle way whilst looking down the camera to us that he threw the bodies of Gavin and Simon into the Thames, something that Simon lied about earlier on in the episode. It was a very dark, haunting moment to close off a thought-provoking episode. I would say that I preferred this episode to Wuthering Heist, and the cast being a lot smaller allowed Steve and Reese to shine. The score to the episode was something special and had an eerie, suspenseful edge that forever kept us on our toes and added to the mystery. I think this episode achieved what it set out to execute, in taking us on a journey that led us to question the lines between fandoms, shows, and its creators. This episode climaxed and concluded with a crescendo, rather than a diminuendo like the original Ninth Circle episode. I feel that was always going to happen. The double twist was something that I was a fan of and was shocked when we saw that it was all one big act. It's a great episode and contained everything that Inside Number 9 has at its core. So, there you have it. What I thought of the second episode of Season 6, Simon Says. I can't wait to see what next week's episode will bring us. What did you think? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.